नित्यानन्देश्वरसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, visitors, Sarvanyapita Yajamans, Samajis, Satsangis, YouTube subscribers, everyone sitting with us in Varanasi, Nityananda Sabha. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I'll expand on the first verse of Kena Upanishad. Each Upanishad enriches you, enlightens you with certain thought current. Isavasya Upanishad enriches you with the amazing conclusions. See, if you do all the seeking, spiritual practice, analysis, developing, understanding, manifesting powers, oneness, manifesting experiences, when you do all that, conclusions you will arrive is beautifully described in Isavasya Upanishad. If you just read the Isavasya Upanishad and make it as part of your cognition, you are done. You are done for life. Or I can say lives. Nothing more need to be done. You are a Jivan Mukta. Unfortunately, human beings are not that simple. When the conclusions are given, you ask for a method. When methods are given, you feel bored to follow. When conclusions are given, you ask for the method. When the methods are given, you feel path is too long to follow. It is like when you are young, you think all this is needed only in the old age. I have seen, especially today, Indian youth thinks spirituality is for the people who have become old. Understand, when you become old, not only your external situations, even your inner space will not be in your control. You won't be able to handle yourself. So that is the time you will practice spirituality. You would have built unbreakable patterns, incompletable patterns. Patterns which can't be solved, disease which can't be dissolved. So with that broken body and broken mind and powerless being, you are going to live spirituality. Whom are you cheating? At least decide clearly. You have decided not to live spiritual life. Let's make it clear. Let's make it clear for ourselves. I have seen the people who postponed spirituality for old age, feeling their life is utter failure, bitter failure. If you are not able to do when your blood is hot, when you are young, when you have a strength in your inner space, when you have an ability to visualize or reinvent yourself, people say, oh, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, when I become old, I'll read. When you become old, all this I should have done when I was young. Whenever conclusions are given, you ask for a method. When method is given, you feel, oh, too long. Can you give the gist? When methods are given, you ask for the gist. When conclusions are given, you ask for the method. It's a human mind. Isavasya Upanishad gave all the conclusions. Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyan jagat tena tyaktena bunjita makridam makrida kasya sviddanam. All conclusions. Ishavashyamidam sarvam, the conclusion about the universe, the life image you need to have. Ishavashyamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyan jagat tena tyaktena bunjita makrida kasya sviddanam, means second statement is the conclusion, the relationship you need to have with the universe. Everything is part of you, be part of it. Not having an individual I and mine, celebrate the whole. The whole Isavasya Upanishad, if you see, conclusions, that's all. Conclusions. If you just pick up the conclusions declared by Ishavasya Upanishad and start living, cognizing, you are done. Nothing more need to be done. You are a Jivan Mukta. But you don't do it with that simplicity, in that simple way. You ask for a method. How? How? Everything is God. How? Then comes the answer from Upanishad. The Kenopanishad. Kenopanishad is a powerful thought current. I should say thought currents, because few more are presented in this. Powerful thought currents. The first thought current presented in Kenopanishad is seeking. Keneshitam patati preshitam manakena prana pratama praiti yuktaha keneshitam vachamimam vadanti chakshushrotram kavu devo yunakti. By whom willed and caused does the mind go towards its object? What a question. Just by the strength of the question, you know the person who is in front of you is a seeker or poker. Or just an empty cooker. By whom? Keneshitam patati preshitam mana kena prana pratama praiti yuktaha. By whom willed and caused does the mind go towards its object? By whom directed and united with which does the first vital life energy, the chief cause, comes forth towards its activities? At whose will does the speech gets activated and speaks? Enlivened and directed by what luminous divine power? Indeed, do the eyes and ears engage in their functions? Understand? The moment you remember you, what all you perceive as part of you, start questioning them. Start questioning them. Questioning, putting questions about those basic things. Putting questions about those basic things is seeking. Don't assume anything. Understand? The more and more you assume, more and more it shows your ignorance. People who ask answer for their questions are fools. People who understand when I question their answers are the most intelligent beings. Understand, I do two things when people come with question. Sometime I give answers to their questions. Sometime I question their answers. When you put a question, you have certain answers in that question. You have certain conclusions. Based on those conclusions, you put the question. I question those conclusions. I question those answers you have. Understand? I am defining seeking. Seeking is having questions without any assumptions as foundation. Non-assumption questions, non-assuming questions is seeking. When you have questions without any assumptions as foundation, you are asking basic questions. Listen. This should become syllabus in our Gurukuls. Teaching, enquiry, teaching, seeking. Question without having assumptions means every assumption need to be questioned. Every assumption need to be questioned. Question without assumptions is seeking. In any field. See, the whole Indian philosophy, please understand, the whole Indian Hindu philosophy, I'll give you the gist. A specific methodology of questioning, specific foolproof methodology of investigating, a specific foolproof methodology of acid washing the discoveries, a specific foolproof methodology of reinventing yourself based on the pure discoveries you made. That's all the whole Indian philosophy. Just this four set of thought currents. If you apply this on economy, that is Vedic economy. If you apply this on architecture, Indian architecture. If you apply this on logic, Indian logic. If you apply this on anything, any field, you will get the Indian thought current developed in that field. Listen carefully. All the darshanas, the great Indian philosophers, Purvamimamsa, Uttaramimamsa, Nyaya, Vaiseshika, Sankhya, Yoga, Nastikya, Bauddha, all the great Vedic philosophers, not philosophy, philosophers, because philosophy means thinking structure. Philosophia means experiential reality thought construct. That's exactly the translation of the word darshana. Experiential reality thought construct. In Vedic tradition, there were many experiential reality thought construct. Nayayika, Nyaya, Vaiseshika, Shankya, Yoga, Purvamimamsa, Uttaramimamsa. And then Avaidika thought currents, Nastikya, Bauddha. In Bauddha, 3-4 more, and Jaina. All these thought currents, I give you the DNA of all these thought currents, all these philosophers, a unique, assumptionless enquiry. I tell you, if you just adopt these four in your life, you got the essence of Vedas, essence of Upanishads, essence of Puranas in your life. Just these four. First in that four is assumptionless questioning. Understand? This will really help you in your everyday life. Any problem you have in front of you, sit with it and have assumptionless questioning. See, when you assume something and start putting the questions, you do not want to touch the vested interest part of you. Like you already got married, I have a kid, built a house. Now you want to question the source of your suffering. And you do not want to question your past acts. You already invested all your money buying a big house in Mumbai. Now you suddenly feel you are empty. And you go on questioning about why I am poor. I worked 10 years. Why I am still poor? Why means you put all the wealth you earned in a huge bungalow. You do not want to question whether the decision is fulfilling you or not. No. Understand? I can give you 100 examples. If you are afraid that your questions may shake some of the foundations of your life, fundamental decisions you took, the energy you invested, some of the fundamental place and space where you have put yourself, if you feel that zone is going to be touched, you never allow unassuming questioning, non-assumption questioning. That is why seeking has to start much early. When you are a kid, seeking should start because you have not invested anything. You have not invested yourself in anything. You are ready for pure questioning. Understand? Young are those who are ready for unassumption questioning of their life. Young are those who are ready for questioning without assumptions. If you can question yourself without assumptions, you are young. With multiple assumptions, your question is not seeking. It is just trying to find consolation, support for what you are doing. Now don't touch all this, leave it. Answer only this. Means what? You are expecting me to tell, oh my dear, don't worry. You are not suffering because of you. You are suffering because of everyone else around you are making hell for you. You are surrounded by demons and devils. Anybody else in your place would have committed suicide. At least you survived and withstood and waged this war. What a great personality you are. You think I'll tell all this? If you imagine you are going to get this answer from me, you are fool. If you get this answer from me, you are cheated. Understand? If you think you will get this answer from me, you are a fool. And if you actually got this answer from me at some situation, you are cheated. Be informed upfront. Unassumption questioning of anything questioning without conclusions, questioning very basics, enquiry into basics, investigation into basics. I have not seen a more pure question than this verse. In every thought current I have come across in the universe. Please understand. I read, studied thoroughly multiple thought currents and philosophies and philosophers created by human beings and gifted by gods and goddesses. No other thought current is such a pure questioning. Every question will have some assumption. Here, the pure questioning, even if you ask the question, who am I? There is an assumption that you exist. Even the question, who am I, has some assumption. In this, keneshitam patati preshitam mana kena prana pratama praiti yuktaha keneshitam vachamimam vadanti chakshushrotram kavu devo yunakti. The whole verse has no assumption. When you wake up and start seeing, perceiving, experiencing who you are and whatever you perceive, questioning everything, this verse actually is the antidote for root pattern. You have a possibility whenever you become aware of you, either root pattern will start or this verse will start. If you decide to go for the assumptions root pattern will start. If you decide to question the root, this thought current will start in you. Yes, by whom willed and caused does the mind, what I feel as you, as me, go towards its object? By whom directed and united with which does my prana, the vital life energy, comes forth towards its activities? At whose will does this speech get activated? When you first become aware of you, what all starts functioning or what all you perceive, questioning that very perception. Even the question, who am I, is 99% pure questioning, not 100% pure questioning. This thought current is 100% pure questioning. Brahmana is a person who experiences pure questioning. Who does not question the wealth and questions everything else is Vaishya. Who does not question the authority of power and questions everything else is Kshatriya. Who never develops any unassuming pure questioning, dies spending his whole life taking order from others. Shudra. Understand the pure questioning. any field, you do acid wash with the pure questioning, you will become a leader in that field. Assumptions are vomit of your elders. Listen, assumptions are vomit from the elders. Any field, even if there are right conclusions, you come to the conclusion by questioning. The pure questioning is consciousness. Pure questioning is success. Pure questioning is energy. In any form I tell you. If your thinking can be washed with the acid called pure questioning, you will be successful in anything. Whether you want to be a doctor, engineer, lawyer, architect, realtor, builder, bulldozer, politician, celebrity, social leader, whatever you want to be, adopt pure questioning. Wash yourself with the acid of pure questioning. Pure questioning without assumptions is God Himself. Actually, through all my programs, I only teach pure questioning. Completion is nothing but destroying all your conclusions and assumptions, taking you to the source and leaving you there as it is. Teaching you to stand without conclusions is completion. Teaching you to face everything without conclusion is completion. I demolish all your conclusions. Leave you in a space of pure conclusion. Means where there is no conclusion. Where you stand without any conclusion. In the pure questioning, without any conclusion, if you stand powerfully, you live enlightened life. When you feel powerless about standing with pure questioning without conclusion, you start eating others' vomit, which is incompletions. Don't eat others' vomit. And I am also using a decent word. Then what is the real word? You all know. Don't eat others' dash dash. When you are powerless to stand with your original pure questioning, you decide to eat others dash dash. That becomes incompletion in you. My whole work is nothing but demolishing all the conclusions you came by eating others dash dash and bringing you back to your pure questioning, original questioning, and empowering you to stand with that pure questioning is completion and life of completion. When you are 100% question mark, you get the 100% answer, which is universe. It is not coincidence. All the old Indian keys were in the form of question mark. All the old Indian door keys, if you see, it will be in the form of question mark. They are teaching. Question, pure question is the key to open all doors. Pure question is the key to open all the doors. Let me put this as an instruction now itself. In all our Sangha, the key should be only in the shape of question mark, to remind all of you again and again. The pure question mark is only the key to open all doors. Acid wash all your assumptions. Not even who am I. Upanishad here is not even assuming that you exist. It questions anything perceived without even assuming all this is supposed to be one. That is why I am saying even the question who am I is 99% pure, not 100%. Because the I is assumed and presumed there, which is not there. Tulsi, Kabir, Kinaram, Trailinga Swami, some of the great spiritual giants, when I see their basic thought current, all the names I uttered now are great saints from Varanasi. Tulsi, Kabir, Kinaram, Trailinga Swami. All their teachings, I see the core is pure questioning. Even Tulsi's Rama Bhakti starts from pure questioning, not from the assumptions. Kene shitam patati preshitam mana kena prana pratama praiti yuktaha kene shitam vachamimam vadanti chakshushrotram kabudevo yunakti. When a being starts perceiving himself, becoming aware of himself, Whenever I give a small break, understand it's a wake-up call for somebody. If you want to know for whom it is wake-up call, some people will just wake up and look around others. The call is for them. Now too many people are thinking the call is for them only. Good. Listen carefully. When a being starts perceiving, what that being perceives, by whom will does the mind go towards its object? What is happening in me? By whom directed and united with which does the first vital life energy, the chief cause, comes forth towards its activities? The assumptionless basic questions. Assumptionless basic questioning. Assumptionless basis. Whichever zone of your life you feel is not complete, whichever zone of your life you feel not complete, sit with this pure assumptionless questioning. Today there should be Vakyartha Sadas all over the world in our Sangha. What is pure questioning? Restart the Vakyartha Sadas on the social media, on the YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Let's have a page, Vakyartha Sadas, in Twitter and Facebook also. Today's subject is this: pure questioning without assumptions. And I tell you one more thing. If you can discover some of the assumptions even in this question it. If you think this verse also has some assumption, question that. Nothing wrong. The spirit of pure questioning, even atheism is okay if you have come to that conclusion by pure questioning. I tell you, the only greatness of human beings is your brain is developed with the subtle grooves and faculties through which you can experience pure questioning. Today's Vakyartha Sadas should be about pure questioning. Entertain this thought current of questioning without assumptions. Every zone in your life you have problems, complications, difficulties, incompletions. In all those zones, try to apply this pure questioning. You want to become a politician, you are not successful, then start the pure questioning. What is politics? Without assuming from others' answers. You try to question. Why do I want to become politician? Let you be very clear. You will tell the reason for somebody else, maybe the way you felt, or maybe in a different way. If you tell exactly the way you discovered the answers to others, you are not going to become politician. That is different. But at least you should know why you want to become one. If you want to become an engineer, ask why you want to become one. If you want to become a doctor, ask why you want to become one. Understand? Doctors making money is not wrong, but becoming doctor only to make money is something seriously wrong. Doctors making money is not wrong. They have to run their life. Becoming doctor only to make money is something seriously wrong. So the pure questioning will give you a lot of clarity about life. And it will also show you where all you have put your interest and energy. The zones you don't want to question are the source for all your problems. There are some zones you don't want to question. You don't want your question to turn towards that. No, don't touch that. Don't touch that. Give the discount for it. The zones which you protect by not questioning are the reason for your loss and failure. Pure questioning will awaken your third eye. Pure questioning will make manifest oneness within you. Pure questioning will make Sadashiva manifest in you. Pure questioning will make anything you want as reality. Pure questioning is the best way to manifest all the best things in your life. So, essence of today's satsang, pure questioning. Question everything with which you have difficulty. Even if you have settled comfortably with it, question. Sometimes people ask, I am 94. I already lived 70 years with my wife. Do you want me to question my marriage? I'll say yes. At least next Janma you can decide. Understand? Hindus have the great privilege of multiple life and long time which others don't have. Listen carefully. Listen carefully these words. Whatever you believe, you manifest as reality. If you are born in Hindu tradition and made to believe from the young age you have multiple life, You are blessed. You have multiple lives in front of you. People ask me, yeah, then multiple life is not for everyone? No! Because what you believe only you will manifest in the cosmos. If you believe, if you are made to believe from the young age that you have multiple life, thank all your parents, guru, everyone. We will question that belief also. If you question that belief also, you will come to the understanding which I am sharing with you now. I was scanning, trying to analyze. Finally, I realized from the young age, if you are taught you have multiple life, your whole system goes and settles in that groove of the cosmos where you manifest multiple lives, and you can take many lives and do completion and achieve enlightenment. If you are taught you have only one life, you are doomed. You have only one life. Forget about it. Because that is what you will be believing. The moment you leave the body, that is the way you will start manifesting. Even if there are multiple lives, you will say, no, I am not interested. And you will put your head on the pillow. You will bury your head on the pillow and say no to the cosmos. Show your back to the cosmos. Soon, through scientific researches, I will establish this fact. If you are born and brought up in a tradition where multiple life is a thought current, your DNA has multiple possibility, it is highly developed. It develops to a much higher frequency than the traditions which makes you believe only one life. Soon I will establish through scientific discoveries. Very recently, maybe as recent as 1 or 2 months before, I realized this part of Sadashiva's declaration in Agamas about the multiple life and single life. All sampradayas of Hinduism agrees on this one truth of multiple life. I was actually collecting some of the common truths all Hindu sampradayas agree. In that, I found Om as one, giving the ultimate authority to Om. Om as a supreme symbol. That is one. And one more thing I found is this multiple life truths. Then I went into Samadhi and started scanning who gets multiple life. Whether you believe or not, do you get it, or does your conclusions come to any active role? Does it impact all that I was analyzing? Maybe in further satsangs, I'll explain detailed way how your belief affects. Till you come to pure questioning. The belief system given to you should be such, it should be constantly leading you to pure questioning, and even till the pure questioning, it should not be damaging your inner space forever, that you will never be able to have a pure questioning. So the belief system should be such, encouraging you for pure questioning and keeping you as a virgin for pure questioning, without destroying you. I feel blessed, born in the Hindu tradition where even my belief system kept me for pure questioning and kept me as a virgin to face pure questioning. That is the greatest thing can happen to a conscious being. Today, Vakyartha Sadas should happen all over the world on pure questioning. Guru, Linga and Sangha, on all these three. Understand, the whole Sangha should take note of this. Wherever we presented Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, remove that. It should be replaced with these three: Guru, Linga, Sangha. This is direct Sadashiva's instruction. Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha is Buddha's development. Let's not be carried away by those modern developments. Just 2500 years before somebody developed something, why should we follow that? Let's get back to the original source. Guru, Linga, Sangha. Guru is the live, current realization, makes you realize, makes you experience reality. Linga is the symbol of the whole heritage. Sadashiva is experiences, is powers, everything. Sangha is the community where you enrich, cause, support each other till you experience the whole realization. So, question even Guru, Linga, Sangha with a pure questioning. Question everything with this pure questioning. Start with you. Start with you. All my meditation programs are nothing but helping you to do pure questioning. Acharyas are those who help people to get into the space of pure questioning. Even the Shivacharya training, which will be happening from Guru Purnima, the 10 days examination. Actually, the training has already started. We will be having the examination July 20th to 29th. I welcome as many of you as possible. Take the training and come and take the examination. Become ordained Shivacharyas. Awakening pure questioning in people. Pure questioning in people. Today, the whole thought current, discussion, Vakyartha Sadas, everything should be about pure questioning. I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam, the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.